Hey Steve, here I'm going to show you how to do the focaccia bread. It's really easy. I'm going to go step by step, show you the ingredients, and it should be fail safe. Alright, first we're going to go over here to the ingredients. Here we have the 00 flour. Here's 20 ounces of water by weight. Here's the yeast, SAF Instant yeast. Here we have some sea salt, a little bit of olive oil, and honey. Now here's the bag of the flour. You probably will get a different brand. Scale. Here's the half sheet pan I'm going to be using to bake it in, and here's a nice oiled bowl which I'm going to proof it in. Okay, then here's the mixer I'm going to use right here. Simple and easy. Alright. First I'm going to take the water, 20 ounces of water by weight. I'm going to take the yeast. I'm going to bring it over here. Put the water in the bowl. Put the yeast. And I'm going to come back over here, grab the honey. Put that in the bowl. Maybe. And you just mix that up a little bit. Okay, I'm going to let that sit. Let it sit a little bit longer. Alright, now I'm going to get the oil. There's about 2 tablespoons of oil in here. And I'm going to put that in. By the way, it's been about 5 minutes since we put the yeast in there. Just let it bloom a little bit. I know with the instant yeast you don't need to do it, but it's one of my habits. So now I have the yeast, the flour. Okay, attach the dough hook. Then I'm going to start slow at first speed. I'm going to wait until all the dough, or all the flour and the water kind of gather up together. And then I'll switch it to a faster speed. It's about a minute after mixing. It's all coming together. It's a little wet, and that's how I like it. So we'll do this, I'll turn it up a little bit, and then we'll, this is on speed too, on the KitchenAid. So we'll just let that mix for about 5 to 6 minutes. It's pretty humid out today, so I might need to add a little bit more flour. And I'll let you know on how much I do add. So we've been mixing about 4 minutes now. Dough is really coming together. It's really wet, so I will have to add a little bit more flour to it. But we got another 2 minutes or so to go. Okay, I'm going to turn off the machine. I'm going to add the salt. I'll start it back up slow. And kick it in the second gear. So we're at like 6-7 minutes right now. I've added another 3 ounces of flour in addition to the flour that's on the recipe. stick it to the side of the bowl, and that's kind of what I always look for. I like that. It's easier to work with, and it produces some great holes in the crumb. So right now I'm going to turn off the machine. I'm going to check it out. It's a little tacky, which is really what I like. Just makes for a nice, easy, pliable dough. Of course, those weren't my little fingers in there, somebody else's. So right now, I'm gonna put this dough into an oiled bowl, cover it, and let it sit for about 45 minutes to an hour. So now we're ready to transfer to a nice oiled bowl. It's okay if there's a little bit too much oil in the bowl, because it's just going to enhance the flavor of your bread. Now we're back after about an hour, and the dough has definitely doubled in size. It's nice. It's a little wet still. You can test it if you want to do the finger test. Stick your finger in there. If it doesn't spring back, you're more or less ready to go. So now I'm going to dump this out of the bowl and put it in the pan. You can see as I'm pouring it out of here, the gluten development and the large holes that it's producing, because it's a little extra wet. It's something I like. You can adjust the moisture content how you see fit. So now we're out of the bowl, and since my pan is rectangular, I kind of want to shape it into a rough rectangle. Just so it's easier to form when it's in the pan. Okay. Now in this pan I have about a 1/4 cup of oil. You can use whatever oil you want. I use olive oil. Now, not only does the oil act as preventive to sticking, but it also gives your crust a nice little crispness on the bottom. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fold this over, let it stick a little bit, pick it up, and of course it's gone wacky on me. Okay, so I'm just going to press this in. It's stuck together, so that's why I'm doing it like this. I wasn't able to unfold it. It's not important that you get it into the corners immediately, because what you're going to let it do, you're just going to let it proof again, and then as it proofs, it's going to start filling out into the corners. So before you fold it over to put it in the pan, I suggest you flour it really well so it doesn't stick together like it just did on me. Now I'm going to cover this with a little plastic, and we'll wait a little bit longer.